In the 1960s, beneath the geopolitical chessboard of the Cold War, a quieter and stranger story was taking shape. While the United States and the Soviet Union competed for supremacy on Earth and in space, a secret whispered only in the deepest corridors of military intelligence began to unfold. It began not with rockets, but with wreckage, debris from the 1947 Roswell incident. According to select accounts, Roswell was no mere crash site. Among the twisted metal and scorched earth, American forces recovered not only an unidentified craft, but also surviving extraterrestrial beings. These beings, later referred to as Ebens, came from a planet orbiting the Zeta Reticuli star system, nearly 39 light-years away. For years, covert communication between Earth and this distant world allegedly progressed through trial and error. The Ebens taught the Americans to decipher their symbolic language, and in time, a mutual understanding emerged. In this shadowy dialogue, a proposal surfaced, a cultural exchange between civilizations, an opportunity for humanity to send envoys to an alien world. Inside the Defense Intelligence Agency and other clandestine bodies, some rumored to be under the majestic 12 banner, the plan began to take form. Project Serpo, as it would later be called, required more than technological preparation. It demanded human participants willing to leave Earth behind. Military officials quietly recruited a team of 12. These were not astronauts in the public eye, but select members of the U.S. Air Force, engineers, medics, scientists, and security officers, each chosen for their skills and psychological resilience. Over months of isolated training, they prepared for what little was known of the journey ahead. They studied Eben physiology, reviewed the recovered star maps, and learned survival skills for an unknown alien terrain. Though they could grasp fragments of Eben culture, the true nature of Serpo remained a mystery. Still, the team forged ahead, driven by duty, curiosity, and a mission they were sworn never to reveal. On July 16, 1965, the team assembled at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. The day had no grand announcements, no public farewell. From a secure runway, an Eben craft, described as oval-shaped, metallic, and eerily silent, stood waiting for its passengers. As the 12 Americans boarded, they left behind all traces of their former lives. Families were told fabricated stories of deaths or reassignment. Records were sealed. With no ceremony and little fanfare, the Eben craft lifted off, vanishing into the sky. Thus began a voyage across the stars, unlike anything humanity had ever undertaken. The journey to Serpo was said to have taken nearly 10 months. On board, the crew adapted to the alien environment. The Eben ship navigated through deep space with propulsion far beyond any known to mankind. During the voyage, the human team recorded their experiences, the behavior of the ship's energy fields, the feeling of weightlessness punctuated by artificial gravity, and glimpses of distant stars. They endured homesickness, uncertainty, and the daunting isolation of deep space, but they also formed bonds with their Eben hosts, slowly bridging the divide between two worlds. At the end of their journey, the human crew gazed upon Serpo for the first time. The planet orbited a binary star system, bathing its rocky plains in harsh, twin sunlight. Serpo's landscape was a study in contrasts. Jagged mountain ranges split vast plateaus, while plant life, scarce and low to the ground, glowed faintly under the unrelenting sun. Temperatures soared, and the atmosphere, though breathable, was thinner than Earth's. The Ebens welcomed their guests into specially prepared dwellings. At first, the Americans struggled with the planet's gravity and the constant daylight, but over weeks and months they adapted to their new reality. Daily life on Serpo unfolded with quiet regularity. The Ebens civilization operated as a collective society with no currency and no formal government as Earth knew it. Every individual contributed to the welfare of the whole. Their technology was advanced yet seamlessly integrated into their natural environment. Cities were modest in scale but highly efficient, powered by sustainable energy sources and automated systems. Education, healthcare, and scientific research were universal pursuits. The Ebens placed great importance on harmony, empathy, and mutual understanding. Violence, crime, and social inequality were absent from their way of life. The human visitors spent their days studying Eben language and culture, observing their customs and recording the scientific marvels they encountered. Over time, they participated in community life, teaching the Ebens about Earth's history, art, and human nature. Life on Serpo was not without hardship. 2 members of the American team died during the mission, one in an accidental fall, the other from a respiratory illness possibly linked to the alien atmosphere. The surviving crew members pressed on, documenting their work and adjusting to the physical and psychological demands of alien life. As the mission extended beyond its original timeline, a difficult decision was made. When the time came for the return journey, not all chose to leave. According to the Serpo files, 2 team members elected to remain on the planet, preferring their new life among the Ebens to a return to Earth. Their fate remains unknown. In 1978, after nearly 13 years away from home, the remaining 8 astronauts returned to Earth. Their arrival, reportedly at a remote military facility, was conducted in absolute secrecy. By then, their physical condition had deteriorated. Exposure to Serpo's gravity, solar radiation, and environmental differences had aged them prematurely. They were debriefed exhaustively. Their records, journals, and scientific findings were secured deep within classified government archives. To the world, they simply ceased to exist. The astronauts lived out their remaining years in seclusion, their story buried beneath layers of national security. Within secret government files, the Serpo mission left behind volumes of data. Star charts, ecological reports, and technical schematics were allegedly locked away in classified vaults. Some insiders claimed this information later shaped advancements in aerospace engineering and communications technology during the 1980s. Ebens' cultural philosophies, their medical knowledge, and their approach to conflict resolution were studied by defense analysts, though much remained incompatible with Earth's fragmented societies. Beyond the technical gains, Project Serpo raised profound implications about humanity's place in the universe. If contact with another civilization had occurred, what responsibility did humanity have to reveal or conceal the truth? For decades, the Serpo mission remained unknown outside classified circles. That changed in 2005 when an anonymous source began leaking fragments of the story on a small UFO discussion forum. Using the simple name Anonymous, the source released detailed descriptions of the mission's personnel, the planet's environment, and Eben society. The documents described Serpo's day length, gravity, and atmospheric composition with a precision that intrigued researchers. Soon, debate exploded in UFO communities. Some saw the leaks as the most significant disclosure in modern history. Others dismissed them as elaborate fiction. Yet what set the Serpo story apart was its depth. Unlike fleeting UFO sightings or blurry photographs, Serpo offered a complete narrative. Names, dates, technical descriptions, and cultural analysis. Scientists and investigators scrutinized the claims. The distance to Zeta Reticuli, the supposed location of Serpo, was well known. While astronomers had identified star systems and potential exoplanets in the region, no definitive signs of life had ever been detected. Moreover, interstellar travel at faster-than-light speeds remains, by known physics, impossible. Critics pointed out the absence of corroborating military records and the lack of verifiable evidence supporting the disappearance of 12 service members. Still, some within the intelligence community hinted at truths hidden within disinformation. Whether Serpo was a factual account, a cover story for another secret program, or a psychological operation to obscure terrestrial secrets, remained unresolved. The Serpo legend survived not through proof, but through the persistence of those who continue to investigate its origins. Today, Project Serpo occupies a place alongside the great enigmas of modern folklore. It shares the stage with Roswell, Majestic 12, and the alleged secret space programs said to operate beyond public awareness. What makes Serpo unique is its focus on human participation. Unlike tales of alien abduction, Serpo describes a voluntary mission, a human-led journey beyond Earth's orbit, born not from fear, but from diplomacy and mutual curiosity. The story reflects the ambitions of the Cold War era, a time when humanity sought to conquer the final frontier, whether through rocket launches or secret alliances. It also reflects an enduring hope that beyond the stars lies not only the unknown, but also understanding. Decades later, no official confirmation of Project Serpo has ever surfaced. The astronauts who supposedly walked beneath Serpo's twin suns left no public memoirs, no interviews, no monuments to mark their journey. But the story endures. In forums, in documentaries, and in the whispered conversations of those who study the unknown, Serpo continues to inspire. Whether as fact, fiction, or something between, it captures the essence of human exploration, the willingness to leave everything behind in pursuit of the stars. The Cold War has ended, but the questions it left behind still echo in the silence of space. Project Serpo remains one of its strangest legacies, a story too detailed to dismiss entirely, yet too extraordinary to verify. And so, it waits in the shadows of history, where secrets and legends quietly reside. You've just explored another mystery with JB Animated Mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on notifications so you never miss a story where facts and fiction collide. Until next time, the truth is out there. Keep looking.